Join me now is Nick Hulscher. Look at this, guys. American Academy of Pediatrics hit with federal RICO lawsuit for vaccine safety fraud. That's the headline at focalpoints.com. Subheadline, AAP accused of operating a decades-long racketeering scheme that deceived America about vaccine safety for maximum profit. Joining me now is Nick Hulscher, epidemiologist and the administrator of the McCullough Foundation. Nick, this is a big story. Tell our audience about it. And by the way, welcome back. I think your first interview of the new year.
Yes, first interview back. Thanks for having me. And this is absolutely huge news. So Children's Health Defense's legal team filed a lawsuit against the American Academy of Pediatrics, alleging that they have operated a decades-long racketeering scheme against the American public for basically lying about vaccine safety for this long span of decades. And so what the lawsuit claims is that they were operating within the monetary constructs of the vaccine enterprises, receiving money from Merck and now Pfizer and Moderna. And so they're involved in these monetary activities while at the same time putting out fraudulent recommendations claiming that the entire vaccine schedule is safe. It's been tested in combination. They're completely safe and completely effective. And that's not based on real life. There are no studies to support their claims of hyper-vaccinating children. And they've been caught out now. And that's why now they're hit with this federal RICO lawsuit.
Wow. Okay, this is awfully big news, no doubt about it. Whoop, you guys just caught me. All right. I've been glued to this desk, so my wife just brought me a little something to keep my blood sugar from going crazy. Now I got to try to keep Dolly from eating it. I set it off to the side, but there we go. So this is big news, and when I see there you are requesting a jury trial.
Yes, well, the thing about this is that if this gets to the discovery phase, we will start to see the communications, their internal communications. What were they saying to each other when talking about basically defrauding the American public on this? We have to remember how many children were harmed from these recommendations. So many children were harmed. We know the vaccines now unleash chronic diseases, over 20 distinct chronic diseases: autism, neurodevelopmental disorders, tics, ADHD, asthma, diabetes, even cancer now is suspected. So this is very serious. And if that was all based on a illegal racketeering operation, they're in very big trouble.
And what will happen to them?
Well, the lawsuit is seeking that they at least admit to that the fact that they never had the safety studies that they were claiming they had, and compensate all of those who have been harmed by this, including the doctors who lost their careers for going against this, and the children and families whose children have died from these vaccinations based on these fraudulent recommendations. And so basically, that's that. That's what the lawsuit is seeking. But, I don't know. There may be more serious penalties as more evidence is uncovered.
My wife and I are continuing to hear about people, including many young people, and then people of all ages, dying of cancer. Every time we turn around, we're reading a report of either someone that has serious cancer, like turbo, or has died of it. Now, you've not been on in a month or more. Are you seeing these same reports? And again, what do you make of all this? Because I keep asking how many of these people have had the shot and all the boosters?
Yeah, I'm seeing the same reports. There's now over 100 studies showing that the COVID-19 vaccines are carcinogenic. Recently, a major cancer journal confirmed a global turbo cancer crisis. They performed a systematic review of all the evidence of cancer related to the COVID shots. They found over 300 confirmed turbo cancer cases documented in the peer-reviewed literature across 27 countries, so we know it's verifiable and real. That journal was hit with a cyber attack as they went to publish the study Finally, though, they persevered through that illegal cyber attack. And we have that, and then we have all the population studies now. The COVID shots increase your risk of over 7 distinct types of cancer. That's based on sample sizes of over 8 million people. And we have the mechanistic evidence here at the McCullough Foundation. We published the first evidence of genomic integration in a stage 4 bladder cancer patient. This Pfizer mRNA vaccine genetic material was found within her circulating tumor DNA. And we're also finding other things. We're finding gene expression chaos. We just published another study. Thousands of genes, critical genes, become dysfunctional after these mRNA injections. So yeah, we are seeing these cancers as well.
Let's go to this one. Focal Points, thefocalpoints.com. America officially withdraws from the World Health Organization. With the pandemic treaty in place, the Gates Foundation and Gavi now fill the power vacuum as top funders, putting WHO member states in danger. January 20th, 2025, President Donald Trump signed an executive order initiating the U.S. withdrawal from the WHO, citing its COVID-19 failures, lack of reforms, and disproportionate U.S. funding. Wait a minute now. I just heard President Trump praising, I think, Operation Warp Speed on the platform of the World Economic Forum a few hours ago. Did we not?
Yeah, we heard that. Unfortunately, he's still clinging on to Operation Warp Speed as some sort of miracle when it was a catastrophe resulting in millions of casualties. But at least we have this good news regarding the World Health Organization. So he did sign an executive order last January, gave the 1-year notice of the United States leaving the World Health Organization. And so that year has passed. We have officially exited the WHO. And so now who's going to replace that power vacuum is the Gates Foundation and the Gavi Vaccine Alliance. And so I'm very worried about the WHO member states now. Now their health policies will be dictated fully, it appears, by the vaccine cartel. And we have to remember they passed the pandemic treaty, the WHO did, in May of last year. So, they're going to have surveillance, vaccine passports, all sorts of horrible things, fast-tracked experimental injections. So I'm glad we got out, but, I don't know about these countries still in there. They may want to get out while there's still time.
Yeah, indeed. Look at this one. Turn off internet on your phone. It improves attention, mental health, and well-being in just 14 days. A randomized trial finds blocking mobile internet improved mental health more than antidepressants. What? Nick?
Yeah. This is very real. So that's how much our phones have destroyed our mental health without us even knowing it. So literally, this was a randomized trial. So all they did was they installed an app on people's phones which blocked mobile internet access, so they just couldn't use the internet on their phone. They could still use it on their computer, just not wherever they went. And it drastically improved depression scores, so reduced depression. It made them feel better. It made them more sociable. They had higher well-being scores, and so it improved all outcomes. So yeah, if you feel down and bad, you're always on your phone, turn off your mobile internet, and it will be more effective than antidepressants, according to this study.
Now, you say mobile internet. Is that different from the internet in your house?
It's different. You can still use your computer at home, according to this study, but you just don't want it on your phone, because if it's on your phone, your phone screen time will be extremely high. You will use it when in circumstances when you would otherwise go to the gym or go outside or hang out with friends. And so when you turn that off and you have no access, you will basically, you will be far more likely to do things in real life, not in the digital world.
Okay, so is it the internet that's giving them the problem, or is it the fact that they're not out walking, socializing? That seems to me, sounds like I'm not saying the 5G and the 6G doesn't have problems. We've done studies on that. But what it sounds like here is that it's people just need to be out exercising and walking and doing these things. That obviously is going to improve your mental health, your outlook, and everything, right?
Yeah, that's exactly what this effect is coming from, where there's just no screen time. They're going out and doing real things because they cannot, do everything they want now on their mobile device, their mobile computing device. And so, yeah, very important. We have to remember what's coming next is implantable AI augmentation devices where people will be forever connected to the internet with brain implants. That's coming soon with Neuralink and other technologies. And so that I would not take that. I would rather die than be implanted with a irreversible AI merging device. That will tank your mental health. That is for certain.
Oh, yeah. I'm not doing that. Nick Hulscher from thefocalpoints.com, thefocalpoints.com.